Hey guys, welcome all. Another tips and tricks videos here. We are working on a standard changer, which we now are going to offer for sale. It is an MC720, kind of a big one. Holds $6,400 in quarters. It can dispense a combination of quarters and dollar coins, being as it has two hoppers, so you can take a $5 bill and give 4 quarters and $4 coins if that's what you want to do, and a lot of programming options. But first, the week started out another week for thick skin, and I've talked about this before. Actually, a lot of people like the video. We kind of like to poke fun at ourselves on occasion. And I like to poke fun at some of my friends, but I don't necessarily do that here on YouTube. They know who they are. But so the week started out, I got called 4-letter words by a customer, and I say a customer, it was a first-time customer. I think he probably got in touch with me maybe through eBay, and I have to say that eBay, those people, those buyers are just getting to be the worst. They know every scam in the book. So anyways, this guy, he wanted a part, a $20 item. I sent him an invoice. It took him 6 days to pay. And when he paid, it was on a weekend, and yes, it slipped through the cracks. Completely my fault. He never asked about the item. About 10 days went by, and I got a very, very nasty Facebook Messenger from him, which I won't even bother to read because of the language. And I said, no problem, we will take care of it right away. I'll find your item and we'll get it right out, and big apologies. So anyways, that wasn't good enough. He went to PayPal and requested his money back, which he is completely entitled to. Although he didn't have to open a resolution case, we would have just sent him the money. But anyways, so and then we had a few other people that, you got to realize, people, shipping parts overnight sometimes is very costly, and this is not something where the cost is on us. We also live in a smaller town. We're not in San Francisco, we're not in New York, we're not in Denver or Dallas. We are in Bullhead City, Arizona. We don't necessarily have overnight service for parts. It's generally 2-day, and it's expensive, so you may as well go priority, which is 2 to 3 day. But anyways, kind of an interesting banner I remember behind a parts counter when I was a kid, and I think it was at a Chevrolet garage, and I think I even remember which dealership in San Jose it was, but it said behind the parts counter hanging on the wall, it said, "Poor planning on your part does not constitute an emergency on my part." In other words, guys, plan ahead a little bit. If you're short something, you're operating a bunch of machines out there that all have the same coin mech, bill validator, control boards, I would start carrying spares. Things are not quite as easy to get as they were before the virus. So guys, unfortunately, the lead time is very big on certain items that we sell, and there's just nothing we can do about it. I've got customers that have changed machines. They've been band-aiding together for the last year, and all of a sudden now they can't band-aid it anymore. It's completely blown up. But when I tell them, 6 weeks or maybe 14 weeks to get a new changer, they flip out. So anyways, guys, that can't really be carried on to us. Another thing, with the inception of our ATM route, we've had to cut back a little bit. We used to be here Saturdays and Sundays as well. We're always going to be here Monday through Friday, just like a regular distributor. We start very early Pacific time because we have so many customers in the East and in the South. That's probably 70% of my business. So I guess what I'm getting at is, once I get out of here about noon, I've already put my 8 or 9 hours in, and I'm on the route. So I had a couple of instances last week, and this is what the groups are for, guys. Ask questions. I'm always happy to answer a question or two, but I had 2 instances where we sold a component, and the first thing they do when they don't work is they say, "That bill validator, that coin mech, that control board you sold me doesn't work." Well, the truth of the matter is it's not working in your vending machine because your vending machine is not working. Keep in mind, guys, we have 3 of these CT testers that cost $1,000 a piece. These tell us if they work. We check everything before it goes out. So anyways, where I'm going with this, couple customers, I looked back, I had 75 different correspondences with either texts or messengers or emails. When I sell an item and I make 25, 30 bucks for the company, I'm not married to your machine. This is what the groups are for. If you've got an outdated machine, maybe it has settings to make the new component work. There is a little bit of research that needs to be done on your part. And once again, guys, you got questions, somebody out there has a National Snacktron 1 or an AP 6600 with original control board or maybe an updated board that can help you, but I just can't answer these endless texts. I try and be helpful, however it's just getting a little bit overwhelming. So guys, please use our groups. We have 40,000 some odd members between our specialty groups, and there's some very sharp people in there. And once again, guys, I'm not blowing anybody off, but you know, after 3 or 4, 5 different correspondences, texts, I just can't do much more for you. You've got to listen. Maybe there's a problem, but anyways, guys, I'm not trying to harp on anybody, but let's get on with this video as far as Standard Change Maker hoppers. I got to delve into a little bit of hopper repair. This is a board I'm holding up. For a standard changer that we've had sitting here in the shop for pretty much the last year, and in this business the squeaky wheel always gets the oil, and you know, nobody had an interest in this one, not that we'd really offered it for sale, but I'm going to show you here. This is an MC720, and I think an awesome machine. This is built like a tank. This reminds me of the old row changers made in the 80s. I mean, nobody's going to break in this thing. But anyways, let me show you a little bit here. All right, this is a dual validator and dual hopper. They come 2 ways. You can get them with a single validator, and you can get them with only dual hoppers. This is the 720. Now this is the big guy. This is definitely, I don't know if you can read that serial number tag or not. Probably, maybe you can. Anyway, 720. They come with these pyramids. Just to put them out of their misery, we pitch these in the trash. So we always, on stuff we recondition, use MEIs, as we are big on MEIs. We can guarantee them. We sleep soundly because we know for the most part they don't give any issues. So let me see if I can have enough room here. I'm going to squeeze in my camera and power this guy up. I'm going to show you a little bit about the error codes, which are very good, by the way, guys. Standard has some error codes that are really sharp. And by that I mean they really tell you what's going on. On the door down here, one of my hoppers read 9 flashes. Okay, fatal memory error. Well, I had already changed the board and got the hopper up. Okay, I just swapped the whole board. Then, in sitting at my coffee stop in the morning, I thought about this and realized that memory, it's all here. Okay, memory comes from the EEPROM. So I put another EEPROM in here from another knowingly good board, and lo and behold, it took off and worked just like a champ. So the bottom line is, you don't necessarily need a $260 board you need an EEPROM. So we are either going to find out who supplies these, I imagine Standard, or if we can burn our own. So anyways, guys, let me fire this guy up. Like all machines, they take a minute to and you see those blinking lights? That's a good sign. Okay? You just don't have any errors. Let me show you a little bit more. I know it's kind of tough to see. Anyways, that steady heartbeat or pulse means it's A-OK. Down below this, there's a red flashing digit which shows you your fault. Okay? Two flashes, which is very common, is bill acceptor error. Okay? Generally, these hoppers, they don't malfunction. If you service them, they do have replaceable gears in them. Let me drop $1 through here. You can put it through either validator, and you'll get 2 out of each side. Okay? Now, 2 coins, 2 out of each. What will happen here, because these are connected, is, let's just say one runs out. This is your primary side, this is your secondary side. It's going to draw them evenly if you're, say, dispensing all the same coin. Tokens, quarters, nickels, whatever. Canadian loonies. Unless you program it differently, where maybe you want to get dollars, tokens. But anyways, these are patched together by what looks like a phone cord. I had to look up a little bit, do a little research on how these went, because when we got this change machine in, it was a part. It was somebody's parts machine. So, see the green label? See the blue? Let's say this is on our primary side, our left side. You start with the blue, you go to the other side, let's pretend this is the right one now, and you hook the green in. I was a little confused by that. I guess, oh, well, I guess if I had it the right direction it would be easier. Anyways, I was a little confused by that. So the blue goes over to the green. Okay? So anyways, a little bit about hoppers. Let me show you one up close here on the bench. This is one of our, I would say parts hoppers, but it's not really, because it's going to go back in another changer. And where these boards mount, I'm going to stand this one up so you can see. Now, that board I had in my hand fits neatly right here. Kind of a horseshoe shape. Well, this is where the chute is. So this is a good one. There's your EEPROM. The red button, that's your reset. If you come in, you have an error, and you correct the error, and you don't want to shut the machine off and back on, you just push that reset on that button, comes back up, you'll hopefully get a steady flash, and good to go. So anyways, guys, if anybody needs a great machine, this MC720 is now ready for decades of use. Once again, these are built very, very well, and with MEIs in them, believe it or not, that's almost half the cost of the entire changer. So you can kind of see, you can buy one of these with a subpar validator in them for about $4,300 now, or for $1,800 you can buy them with about $700 worth of twin MEIs in them. So anyways, guys, this one here, we didn't change the front on. It does have a scuff here. We're going to leave it alone. If somebody wants to buy a front, we're more than happy to send them one. It's got a couple screws through there. Something was mounted. Who knows? I don't even know what that would have been. It's got a bracket here. I just don't know what was on there. But anyways, guys, I will put some links down below. We appreciate everybody viewing, and I always mention, help us keep these videos coming and help us keep them free. by subscribing. Click that bell and you'll be notified, and we look forward to the next one. Doug at Doug's World Tour. Out.